think I'm live here, you guys. Orientation is locked. All right, cool. Haven't gone live in a while. Just trying to. Thought this would be kind of cool. So I'm inking this zombie cover for an upcoming Kickstarter, and you know, it's I like using old school pen and ink. So this is kind of like my technique, and it's not too different. You know, just kind of old school. I penciled it kind of tight, I guess, and you know, I'm just kind of going in there. A lot of people ink with like markers and stuff, and I have a lot of these cool markers like these this thing, and you know, I think these are called the zebras. And I don't know, the tips wear out, and it's kind of like you can't get the nice lines, and I don't know, something about a brush that I kind of like, and it's just kind of how I grew up inking, right? Just old school brush style. I think you get a nice effect, and the point on the brush stays for a while. And this is a really old, like, look at that point. This is a really old Winsor Newton Series 7 Sable that I've had maybe since the 90s or early 2000s. But I just like it. I just like the way it works. And you know, it just gives me the effects that I want. So I'm gonna try this. I haven't really inked like anything like a cover in a while, so I'm just trying to kind of use this as a practice thing, you know. And it's kind of fun, I gotta say. It's a little relaxing to just sit here and, you know, ink a piece that I penciled, and you know, just kind of sit here and work on it. And I like to be able to get just that old school horror vibe, you know, Tales from the Crypt, Wrightson-esque stuff. And a lot of times I'll come here and I'll do a little bit of a lighter outline. These are maggots. And then like come in and then make the outline a little bit thicker. Trying to spot a little black. So I'm going for a light source that's kind of underneath, and I'm going to see what I get. Just have been out of practice with this, so I'm really not sure what I'm going to get, to be honest. Probably won't be happy with some of the outcome, but I'm just gonna go through it. I'm just gonna get it done, not worry about little mistakes, because I don't know, they're bound to happen. So this is 400 Strathmore Bristol, which is what I've always used. Sometimes I'll use 300. Speedball, India ink, and a Series 7 Winsor Newton Sable brush, which was like the preferred brush of many inkers in the 80s and 90s. everybody used these. It was like the thing, like a $30 brush. But thing is, they don't make them the same anymore, and they don't hold their points, and that's what I'm kind of pissed about, because I bought one recently, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to try to find a brush that's similar or something. I don't know. It's a little depressing, because I just want to be able to use what I used to use. I don't want to have to change. I'm getting old. I'm getting pissed. Getting bitter. So I'm just going to go in here and just kind of do some outlining and do some shading and keep it fun. And then come in and maybe do some detailing later. But you know, all this like dots and rotted flesh. Maybe I'll do the little... There's my cat. Yeah, excuse me. So, you know, I'm not gonna yap too much. I'm just gonna kind of get to it. But this is a cover to a Kickstarter I'm gonna be launching maybe tomorrow if I could finish this and color it. It's called Zombie Terrors, and this is gonna be one of the alternate covers. This point is kind of like, look at that. It's not, I mean, it's working okay, but I wish I had a better one. I wish I could see the comments. I don't know if anyone's commenting or not. I was going to talk about D&D. I was thinking about creating some stuff for D&D. But I don't know too much about that OGL stuff. Yeah, I'm just kind of having fun, just trying to do an old school, make it a little bit over the top, you know, and not be too concerned with getting the anatomy totally perfect. Kind of want it to be a little fun, a little comic booky. But yeah, I mean, if you guys are into checking out the Kickstarter, it's just, if you look up Asylum Press or Zombie Terrors, it comes up. It's a holding. It's like a coming soon type thing. And we might launch tomorrow. I don't know. But anyway, when I try to ink, I try to do like kind of, the thing I like with a brush is you could do a long outline, and with those markers, I don't know, you can't always do it long, or it, I don't know. I just like the flow of the ink, right? Because I could go like this, I could make it thick, I could go pretty fast. But if I start using those markers, man, it's just you can't go fast like this, you know? You can't go like this. Ah, damn. Phew. I might have to go feed my cats in a second, in which case I'll be right back. They're starting to go crazy. You hear that in the background? That's my cat. Pooh cat. Pooh cat. It's my cat, Pooh cat. But yeah, this is kind of like a screaming zombie head. And I'm going to kind of color it in a psychedelic style. I had a hard time drawing that ear. You guys probably can't see the ear, but I had a hard time drawing that ear, and I had to look at some reference before I got it to where I liked it. But I think this is kind of fun to be just getting back to doing some comic book stuff. just was looking at some rights in and some gram angles and stuff, and just trying to get my mind around some cool inking styles and, you know, Tim Vigil and stuff. I always like looking at those guys when I'm gonna ink, try to get something cool. I used to do this all the time, and it was fun, but, you know, you really have to have your patience, and I think that's kind of what I lost a little bit is just the patience for sitting here for hours and hours and getting these things done. Because you really have to sit for long periods. And it's definitely like a kind of like a recluse thing, you know, because you are, it's not like you can do it in a room full of people. You kind of just have to get that zen going, and I think that's what I kind of missed. I'm trying to get back is just the zen to be able to sit here for hours and hours and hours and do not just a pinup, but shit, I need to do pages, and I got a little comic book job, a horror gig coming up that I could tell you guys about soon, but I don't know if I'm going to announce it yet. It's going to be a short horror story that I'm doing. I'm kind of excited to do it, but this is kind of like just a little bit of, you know, kind of practice to get me in. I'm going to do that eye. I'll move that eye up and shit. Move a little bit closer. So I like to go in and do like a nice outline, but the eye's not going to be super smooth because it's a zombie eye, so I do a little kind of a crooked outline, you know? Have some sticky stuff here, stretchy skin. It's always fun. But I think I'm going to try to get one of those, forget what they're called, not, they're the kind of brushes that people are using. I think Raphael, that's right. I need to get a Raphael inking brush. But I think I'm going to get rid of cable. Like, I think cable's a problem too, is just having cable TV and having shit to watch. I think in the 90s, like, my mom had cable, but when I lived at this house, it was like a band house. We didn't have any TV, and I did get work done there, but I mean, there was also a lot of partying going on, which was not too good for getting work done. But I think you need, like, friends of mine that are artists. It seems like they don't have TV, they don't have cable, and they're just able to kind of focus and just make it about the art. And I think I don't know, man. I just think that's where I have to be, you know? I just think I have to be less focused on other shit. And I mean, it's cool that YouTube is here, and like, there's some aspects of social media I like, but there's other aspects of it, like having to post or getting caught in looking at feeds and shit that I outright despise because of the time it takes away from like creating and stuff. Just never had that. Like, you just in the 90s, you just check your messages a few times a day, or people would still call you and leave a message, or you'd get a letter. But there was no social media, so you didn't really have to. You were updating websites and blogs and shit, I guess. But you just didn't. You just weren't so distracted. And I think, I don't know, I need to get back to some of that. If you're gonna do comics, you have to. You just can't. You can't do comics and have distractions. It just takes too much time. It just really does. You got to sit here for hours, and I got too much shit in this studio. I'm telling you, my studio is trashed. Really getting pissed. I gotta clean. I don't know if you guys have that problem, but I fucking got shit under my desk. I got piles of shit. I'm trying to get it so that I put it in the garage, but still there's piles in there now. I just have too much. I have too much of a collections of comic books and magazines. I don't know, man. I've accumulated too much stuff over the years, and that's why I'm getting rid of a lot of it on eBay. If you go to eBay and you check out my eBay store, Frank Forte Art, I'm just unloading stuff from animation cells, posters, Bob's Burgers merchandise, stuff from movies and TV shows that I worked on, scripts, toys, Legos. I just got to get rid of it. I don't know. I got too much shit. That's it. That's all I can say. So if you guys want to check out some cool stuff, I mean, I really have to say I have collected some cool stuff over the last 40 years, 30 years maybe. And it's all going to be on eBay. Comic books, art, sketches, drawings, books, magazines, heavy metal issues, scripts, storyboards. I mean, I put up a little bit every day. I mean, it's time consuming, but I've got some Lego storyboards. I've got storyboards and drawings from all sorts of shows. Just look up Frank Forte Art. You'll see my thing come up, and then once you click on one thing, you'll see just everything sort of come up. Drawings, comic books, signed comic books. I mean, that's a lot of shit. And it's taken a while to get rid of it, but, I got to get rid of it. My wife doesn't like having all this stuff, and I get it. It's too much. It's too much. Too much. But I think so far this is coming out decent. I mean, I'm just kind of being loose with it. Oh, I was over there. Sorry. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, hanging out. I know I'm not talking. So I was used to do this on StreamYard, but StreamYard was starting to get expensive, and I didn't really want to pay for StreamYard because I could go live on Facebook and on YouTube. So I didn't use it that much. You know what I mean? I was just like, I don't go live all that much, and is it really worth it? And I'm just trying to cut back on expenses because I don't know. I haven't worked that much this year, so it's another reason why I'm getting rid of stuff. I need the cash. But yeah, this is, you can see it's coming pretty cool, I guess. I'll hold it up. That's kind of where it is. Looks a little distorted being like that, but we're getting there, man. Can I see? Monica Kikina clown painting. Hola, saludos. Hello, I'm trying to figure out the, can I look at all the comments here? Live chat. Trying to see my chat feed. I don't know how many people are posting in the chat here, but it's easy. It was easier to see in it was easier to see in StreamYard. Hear that cat? Hear my cat paw. There's a cat paw right there. See it? My kitty. Right, Poohcat? Poohcat wants to eat. I think I'm gonna, maybe I'll put a little sign here. Be right back or something. Maybe I'll just come back later. I don't know if this is, Crooked Painter. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Haven't been on in a while. I'm gonna try to go on more. I have a couple of other YouTube channels that I'm gonna try to maybe go live with. Asylum Press and other ones. So maybe I'll try some of those too. I'm gonna go feed my cats, and I'll be back. But yeah, if you want to look up Asylum Press, that's my comic book company. I might go live there for a little while and check those guys out. Oh, dig that possum. Yeah, everybody likes that pissed off possum. I got to do more of those, right? It's just that it takes time to make animated shorts, and maybe over the break here I could do it. But yeah, thanks for checking that out. That seems like that was the most popular cartoon I ever did, and what happened was I lost the files in a hard drive crash, and now I gotta just rebuild it. It won't take that long, but I just hate losing crap. But anyway, if you guys want to see, like, I'll give you a little view. That's kind of the art studio setup. Kind of a little bit messy. But give me I'm gonna go eat and feed my cats, and I'll be back. All right, talk soon, guys. Thanks.